Greetings to all my dear friends. We have not seen each other for a long time, so again I come back for sharing my views and opinions on English learning. So, under English learning, today we focus on the genres of literature. So, what is literature? A literature is a mirror of life. It reflects people's mind and also it reflects how a society is. So, here we focus on the genres of literature. A literature can be, especially English literature, it can be classified into 5 main categories. Number 1, poetry. So, you people are well known about poetry. A poem is full of imagination, full of fantasy, and both real and unreal informations, and also a poem which contains powerful words to express. So, here we classified poetry into 2 main categories. Number 1 is objective poetry and another one is subjective poetry. So, under objective poetry we have 2 kinds. Number 1, it is in the style of narrative and another one is in the style of dramatic. So, narrative poem and dramatic poem. So, here we see the examples of narrative poems like ballad, epic, metrical romance. And also when we focus on subjective, we have it lyric. So lyric, it is a kind of subjective poem. It contains, under the kind of lyrical poem, we have elegy, sonnet, ode, hymn, dramatic monologue and epithalamium. So these are all the classifications of poetry, and then we focus on drama. So what is drama? It contains action. So under the kind of drama we have 2 main categories. One is comedy and another one is tragedy. Comedy reflects the feeling of joyful and happiness, and tragedy redefines the concept of regret, like sorrow and sadness. So when we focus on comedy, we have comedy of humor, comedy of manners, restoration comedy, romantic comedy. And when we focus on tragedy, we have heroic tragedy, revenge tragedy, Senecan tragedy and tragic comedy. And then we move on to fiction. So here under the kind of fiction we have 3 categories. Number 1 is romance and another one is short story and also novel. So when we focus on novel, we have epistolary novel, regional novel, novelty, non-fiction, gothic novel and picaresque novel. And also next we move to criticism. So before that, in the kind of non-fiction we have essay, pamphlet, autobiography, biography, travelogue, epistles. So these are all comes under non-fiction. Then we focus on criticism. So criticism, actually literature can be contains majorly 4 kinds. So for every kind, criticism is more important. Then only the work can be get success or not. So for the growth and development of any literature work, criticism is more important. Here criticism, we focus on criticism, the last kind, the last genre of literature. So under criticism we have post-colonial criticism, feminist theory, Marxist theory, psychoanalytic theory, archetypal theory, moralistic theory and also archetypal criticism. moralistic criticism, and also phenomenological theory and stylistics, etc. And we have new criticism also. So these are all the main parts of main genres of English literature. Thank you for your patience listening. Thank you.